My name's 39 years in Fairport teaching because it's a year behind me. I'm going to just take a second to share with you 29 minutes of my life this morning. I walked out of my office at 7:11 in the morning, and there's Mark Moss, not just our maintenance supervisor, our maintenance supervisor. Mark's over at our memorial garden trimming the trees. I said, Mark, how you doing? What have you been doing? He just left Jefferson Avenue, took out a bee's nest. This was probably 2 hours before we're all here this morning. This is what Fairport staff do, not because they're told to, because they can and they want to. 7:23, I walked into Dunkin' Donuts. A gentleman holds the door open for me. Older gentleman, I looked at him and said, hi, got my drink. He stayed at the door. He goes, are you Dave Dunn? I said, yeah. He goes, you took my wife to the senior ball. You can't make this stuff up. Barb Turco is her maiden name. Barb is a 40-year mail lady in the village of Fairport. If you live in the village, Barb Turco, on my senior prom date, is delivering mail to this day. 7:36, I'm driving in my closet and I see this young lady with a dress walking up the sidewalk. I think maybe she's coming here. I go past. I pull up the parking lot, almost get an accident with my new Jeep. I turn around. I go back to where that young lady's walking. I say, can I give you a lift? Megan Bartolotta, former student of mine, I had no idea. Megan Clohesi, registrar and parent, Fairport employee, walking to work this morning. Those are just 29 minutes that you couldn't make up. What I wanted to do is talk to you today. Where are my Fairport graduates or Fairport employees that spent at least 1 year in Fairport? Just stand for a second. If you've been at least 1 year in Fairport schools. Once a Raider, always a Raider. You guys and girls know what we're talking about. You've lived it. You've lived it as students, and now you're living it as staff. My dad had 8 siblings, 9 total in his family. I'm one of 5, and I've been blessed to have 3 kids go through Fairport High School. Miranda, I hope you made it in 2 years. 17 Dunn children over a 96-year span. A lot of history, a lot of tradition. I'm going to move towards this side of the room for a second because I'm going to talk about an individual named Paul Jacoby. This is a phys ed base here. Some of you have heard this story before. 1971, I was 15 years of age. I was a pretty good neighborhood athlete, a pretty good neighborhood, touch football, basketball, baseball, but this was school sports, okay? And there were a lot of kids like myself. So we all went out. Paul Jacoby was someone you wanted to play for. A lot of us played freshman football with Jay back in 1970. So we wanted to play for Paul. And it came to the 3rd day. And Paul's theme, if you know Paul Jacoby, he got into a word, and you heard that word from him 1,000 times that season. His word for us that year was desire. You guys see it, Tina, you did a great job with Jake's eulogy last year, but he would say that word 20 different ways. And the word would just resonate in your head. And Paul was a master at getting inside our heads in a good way and really forcing us to think. Who's got the desire to play baseball, to compete in baseball, and to win at baseball? And I think about Coach Jacoby, kind of like the Dead Poets Society of the sports world. We sat on that bench. He taught us. And it was lessons of life. Talk about the human spirit. He helped to develop and nourish our human spirit. We were 15-year-old kids. We were transforming from, emotional here, from young boys to grown men. And we learned so much from Coach Jacoby. Now, a little twist to the story is 3rd day of tryouts. And this good neighborhood athlete goes to see Coach and says, you know, David, great job. He loved the desire that I showed. Passion was another big word for Coach Jacoby. He said, I don't have a uniform to give you. And all of a sudden I said, you know, Coach, I appreciate just the opportunity. He turned around and he produced this gray Fairport baseball uniform. We were all white back then. This was probably in the archives from years ago. He said, if you don't mind wearing this gray uniform, he goes, I'd love to have on the team. I wore that uniform with pride. That was another big Coach Jacoby word, pride. Never got bullied, never made fun of. Ironically, the following year, I did make the varsity team. Never did I have any angst or upset for not making the varsity team, because I felt that Coach Jacoby gave me a gift. And the reason I'm talking about one individual, because I want all of you to realize that you all have the power of one to make a difference. And what Coach Jacoby did for me that year, I think has kind of forever shaped who I am as being an advocate for kids. Kids that maybe aren't as strong, aren't as smart, aren't as rich. And I got a mental health staff over the last 20 years as an administrator that have helped me to realize there are a lot of kids that need that extra chance, like Coach Jacoby gave me. So my challenge to all of you would be to be that one teacher, that one bus driver, that one maintenance supervisor, that one clerical. Be that one person that can make a difference. And you have no idea the power of that difference. And whether you're in your first year of teaching or your 46th year like Phil Bonadino, make this the best year ever. Thank you.